Hello, all my VIPs. That's my very important people. How are y'all doing? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I literally have not talked to y'all in so. Oh, it's been a year. It feels like it's been a full year since I've done a full length video. And we're taking it back to our roots. We're talking about the Try Guys drama again. Only this time it's like a comeback for Ned Fulmer. If you don't already know who Ned Fulmer is, he was a co-creator, part of a company name called Try Guys. Okay, it was 4 guys where their whole thing was that they would go and try various internet trends for YouTube videos and stuff like that. So let's say they would try, Brazilian wax was trending on the internet. Oh my gosh, acrylic nails are trending on the internet. You know what I mean? Oh, trying out pregnancy pain simulators was also popular on the internet. That's what they would do. They would try out these different internet trends and all that. They were on BuzzFeed, which is another separate company. You would see it on YouTube, and they even had their own site and all that. So they were part of that company, and then they left that company. They kept the name that they had during that company's, and they made their own company. They made their own name. Well, not their own name. You know what I mean? Like, they used that same name, but you get what I mean. They gained their own popularity. Fans that they had from the BuzzFeed era, they gained more fans since then, but they kept those old ones as well too. Like, they're an internet sensation, y'all. People love the Try Guys, like talking about, and I love them too. They have so many YouTube videos and they're very popular. And I remember they did like this, I don't want to say concert, but it was like a meet and greet. It was very fun. From the clips that I saw, I wasn't there. I have no money, no money, but it was very like, fun watching those, of course. Now, each of the 4 guys, they had something that went along with their personality and the things that they're interested in. You know, you have Keith, where he reviews all food items on certain in certain restaurants and stuff like that. You know, trying every food item from Taco Bell, trying every food item from Wendy's, you know, trying every food item from Chili's. I think they've done that before. You know what I mean? He does that. That's what Keith does. Then you have Zach. Zach has it's a spinal problem, and I cannot say it. I used to say it perfectly, but I cannot say it now. But he has videos talking about his, medical issues, and he also talks about, herbal teas, and not only that, doing certain stretches as well too. Like, he's more so on the type of, personal medical side of it. That's the type he is, and we have Eugene, the cool guy. He's the fan favorite. He has dogs and stuff. He loves his dogs. He drinks as well too. And he does cosplay somewhat. He goes to LGBTQ parades and stuff like that because he's an LGBTQ member of the group and all that. He's not just that, but you get what I mean. And then you have Ned. He's the wife guy. Used to be ex-wife guy, if we're gonna be honest here. He used to not complain. He used to talk about his wife. He used to praise his wife. He used to basically worship his wife, at least to the audience. And he showed he don't like his wife, or he's fine with disrespecting her. That's what his actions showed, because he cheated on her with a coworker. Yes, he's a co-creator. He is a co-founder of the Try Guys company. So honestly, who he cheated on his wife with was an employee. She worked below him. So imagine that. Imagine being married to a man who's the co-owner of a company, and you have to find out through their fans that you're being cheated on by this man. You're being cheated on by this man, and he's cheating on you with somebody that works underneath him. Imagine that. That's exactly what happened to ARIEL Fulmer, but I don't know her maiden name. But yeah, that's what happened to Ned Fulmer's wife. Ned disrespected her, and you may be like, well, why was this a scandal to begin with? All he did was cheat on her. What does that got to do with everybody else? Dude, him cheating on her with a coworker messes up so many guidelines. HR must have been clawing out their hair on their scalp. HR must have been shitting bricks. I'm not going to hold you. He messed up everybody's money, everybody's time. They had to do damage control because of his one mistake. And then on top of which, It's fucked up that he's even doing this to his wife. Let's be clear. Like, you know what I mean? Like you want to be like, oh, this is personal. That him cheating on his wife has nothing to do with it. Well, him cheating on his wife with a coworker has a lot to do with it. Do you not know there's contracts? He's a co-owner of a company. Co-owner of a company. You can't make mistakes like that. You can't, especially if you're doing it even more publicly than usual. Like, he was not trying to hide this at all. Fans, not even the co-creators, bro. None of the other four were catching him. Not as oftenly as fans were. Fans would see him and the employee that he was cheating on his wife with at concerts, at random cafes and stuff like that, in the club. This dude was not trying to hide it. People were taking pictures, bro. And you know what? It makes it even worse because there's 3 white guys and Try Guys and 1 Asian man. And when I tell you, all 4 of these men have very distinct features, especially Ned, because he keeps this same fucking hairstyle. This same cock-a-doodle-doo fucking chicken looking hairstyle. That's what the fuck he keeps. It's very easy to find out who he is. Like, he has very distinguishable features, bro. So imagine seeing him as a fan and he's not out with his wife. He out with fucking Alex Herring. Like, who has a fiance. She also had a fiance and she cheated on her fiance with a married man, and that married man was Ned Fulmer. It's pathetic. It's fucking crazy. That was a 6-minute background. I'm sorry. This is going to be a long video. You already know. We're taking it back to our roots, y'all. We're going to be talking. This is a commentary. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, bro. This is a commentary. What did y'all expect? Dead ass. What did y'all expect? But, yeah, you know. Thank you for listening to this, y'all. Please like and subscribe. That's if you want to or not. I mean, it's all right. I know I'm talking about something very old, but I'm only talking about this because there have been new updates. Yes. Don't we love it? Don't we love how it's been like 2 or 3 years later and we thought that all this drama was over with, how YouTube and just the entirety of social media was up in storm, and yet we're coming back to more bullshit. But even then, it's not really full-blown bullshit. It's more so Ned Fulmer and ARIEL, his ex-wife. Yes, ex-wife. Clap and cheer, please. Ned Fulmer and his ex-wife are talking on the podcast. If you're cringing right now, so was I. Because why are we discussing our marital problems, our ex-marital problems, on a fucking podcast? I can't stand this fucking generation, bro. I can't. I'm part of the generation, but I can't stand it. You know, I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't be part of this generation. Fuck no. I mean, I think I was born right where I needed to be born, okay? But still, sometimes this shit is just too much. It's just, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's devastating. Like, I can't. This dude is discussing why the fuck he disrespected his wife in front of all these people on a fucking podcast. And the only way we find out what's going through his ex-wife's head, is on a podcast. I can't stand this shit, bro. On me. What the fuck? I mean, I'm happy to hear ARIEL's thoughts. It's not like I'm gonna be mad or anything like that. But it's more so kind of like, why are we just now? In fact, why are we talking about this? It's been 2 or 3 years. I guess it's because, like, oh, the aftermath and all that. We don't want to do it 1 year later. I honestly don't. I didn't expect them to talk about this at all. I'm happy that we did get some, like, you know, further information about what was going on and stuff like that. But when I tell you, bro, we're going to read these, I'm going to give you my own personal thoughts, okay? It will be very triggering trying to finish the entirety of the podcast. Not for me specifically. I don't know these people personally. Let's be clear. The triggering part is that you can tell he does not care nearly as much, or he does not get the severity of his actions nearly as much as he should. During the podcast, it's like it's evidently clear it doesn't seem real to him what happened. It's as if Ned Fulmer doesn't get the severity of his actions at all. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, and it's kind of weird sitting there and seeing a person not give that much of a fuck about what they did as they should. I don't know. If y'all watch the podcast, let me know how you feel, because I don't know, something's very icky about him. Not evil per se, more so like he's almost oblivious to what the fuck he did. Like, it's as if he don't see what he did wrong. Like, he sees it. I just don't think he feels it. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel Ariel is devastated. Like, she's literally explaining how her emotions was, how she basically feel like she has to hide from the fucking internet because everywhere she goes, she's being told about how her husband wasn't shit, basically, because he's fucking cheating on her. That's how she found out, by the way, from a fan and from the internet. She didn't even find out from the fucking husband that he was cheating on her. And it's like, you know, like, I don't think he was the first person that informed her of what the fuck he was doing, basically. Not even just, I think they confirmed it. They literally confirmed it in the podcast. I'm trying to remember from memory and stuff like that. But yeah. So she showed through her emotions. It's just, they have to basically co-parent. In fact, I'm gonna get into a whole section like that. Let's start actually going through the Twitter. Like, girl, you're just talking. You're just yapping. I yapped for 10 minutes. That was a 10-minute yap session. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. Update. It's okay. So this is for the thing. Seeing how long I can watch the Ned Fulmer podcast without cringing or turning it off. Wish me luck. So that was their original tweet. They were trying to watch the podcast without cringing or turning it off. That is why I couldn't watch the podcast all the way through, because I would cringe or it would trigger me. And I keep saying trigger. That might not be the right word. I've encountered friends where you can blatantly see they don't care about how damaging they could fucking be towards other people. And some of those friends I genuinely had to stop being friends with. It's as if you can feel that they don't have emotion. They're so indifferent. It's concerning. Like, you know what I mean? And this is when I was younger. Like, I basically middle school to high school, all that stuff like that. I don't know. It's just something very off-putting sitting or talking to somebody who just really doesn't fucking care. And that's Ned. I can't sit through that. Like, it irritates me. It genuinely pisses me off. I'm like, oh, shit. Especially if they did so much bad shit. Like, what he did was like a snowball effect. And it's like he didn't care to even try to, like, be sneaky about it. Now, would it have been better? It would have shown he has a conscience. Like, it would have, not conscience. What's the right word for it? It would have showed that he was even slightly aware. You know what I mean? Like, he's aware what he's doing is wrong, and he don't really want everybody to know about it. It'll be different if he was hiding it. He'd be aware. He was not hiding anything. So it's either he wasn't aware of how bad his actions were, or it was just nothing to him to do what he did. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so Aurora said, update. It's awful and terrible. A new torture method for people is putting this on repeat for 12 hours straight. I can't. Ariel is strong and she deserves a chance at normalcy. Accountability versus Ned Fulmer. Literally. A conversation with Ariel Fulmer. Like, and you know what's even worse? Ariel's last name is still Fulmer, but they're not together. Obviously, changing the names is a whole different headache in and of itself. Like, you know, marriage being legal and all the legality of everything. Did I say that? Legality of everything. I'm not saying the words fully. I'm slurring my words. But I need to stop. Like, I'm laughing because my sister earlier, she be joking and saying I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm okay. I'm not crazy. Okay. I'm fine. But anyways, Ariel is strong. The problem with Ned is more than just taking accountability. Like I said, it's as if he's so indifferent. Like, sitting through and hearing somebody talk and they have no emotion. Like, damn, you really did do this just cause. like, oh my fucking God. Like, I'm laughing out of fucking pure astonishment. Like, what? So let's go into it further. I hope that gross Ned Fulmer podcast finally silences the Try Guys fans who were all, but Ariel forgave Ned for 3 years. Yes, I hope so. Because Ariel literally says in the podcast, like, do I forgive him? Absolutely fucking not. That's what she said. She said exactly that in the podcast. She said that. And I love that this person brought it up because, for real, Ariel has every right not to forgive Ned. And people will talk about, like, oh, then why are they still talking? Why are they around each other? They are married with 2 kids. Some people could easily, quote unquote, separate from their partner and they just never see each other again. But the problem is, this is not that. Neither of them, you know, want to be deadbeat parents, basically. They don't want their kids growing up and seeing that their parents hate each other. that does a lot on a kid's psyche. You know what I mean? It just does so much. That toxicity that comes with hating or disliking somebody like that. It's not like they like each other. Let's be clear. It's obvious they don't really like each other. Ariel be sure she threw shots at Ned during this. Like, not overly obvious shots, but like there's a moment where Ned wants to do something that caters to, like, you know, his fans' appeal towards him. Like, you know, the fans that really like him for his personality and all that. He wants to show more of himself. And Ariel deadass says, like, I think she said, "You sure you're interesting enough to do that?" I think she said exactly like that. She said, "You sure you're interesting enough?" I said, and she was giggling towards it, but that was a clear shot to him, because think about it. A lot of fans back in the day, they only knew him as a wife guy because they didn't think of him as anything else. Each of the Try Guys, they have something different about them. You know what I mean? Keith, even though he does food, he also is very funny. You know, he's a tall, kind of goofy dude. In some ways, he's kind of blunt as well too. Eugene is the most blunt one out of them all, but Keith is also rather blunt as well too. Zach, even though he talks about his medical condition and, you know, other things going in about himself, he also is rather goofy as well too. He's more so, to call a man cute, yeah, he's kind of cute. Like, he's very cutesy and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Not to say like extremely innocent, but, you know, he's very kind. You know, very what's the word for it? What's another word? It just say cutesy and kind. Whereas Eugene is, I think he even explains with, like, you know, having struggles with showing his emotions in different ways, being vulnerable, being more open and vulnerable as well too. Like, each of them has another layer to themselves, some more depth to them. Whereas with Ned, is as if he doesn't have anything besides wife guy. He's so uninteresting. He has to talk about the more interesting person in his life, which is his wife. It makes you wonder why the hell she isn't part of the Try Guys. Like, then as I was just like, at this point, just put Ariel as one of the Try Guys and stuff like that. She's not a guy, she's a lady, but she put Ariel as part of the Try Guys, because what is Ned doing here? He is boring as fuck. Like, bitch, fuck is he doing here, bro? Like, bro, take his ass out of here. That's the thing. That's why she was like, "Are you sure you're interesting enough?" A lot of fans did not find Ned interesting when he was a Try Guy. The most interesting thing about you is your wife and your children. Do you know how bad it is for people to want to see your children more than you? Not even just because your kids are cute, but because your kids have more personality than you. Like, damn, okay, these are new humans. Why the fuck are they more interesting than you? Like, damn. Like, these are new humans. Why is it that these new humans have more personality than you do? They're cute and they have more of what you should have. Like, damn, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, that's why she did that. She threw a shot like that. And the way Ned laughed it off and stuff like that, he didn't sound fully hurt, but he kind of sounded like, you know, like it kind of touched him a bit. Like, it kind of made him feel a bit off, you know. But anyways, yeah, no, Ariel has not forgiven Ned. In fact, she don't even like him for real. They're just trying to keep the peace and, you know, be cordial for their kids. You know, because their kids are still really young. If their kids were grown adults, it'll be different. But their kids are children. Like, they don't want their children to see them and see how they really feel. I think their kids, like, their kid, they do not like each other at all. So, you know, Ariel definitely don't like him. Whew, girl, boy, whoever, anybody, baby, out there, other, like, you know, they, them, she, her, he, him, everybody out there. Ariel don't like this man for good reason. The most interesting thing about Ned Fulmer was his Ariel. No, literally, I wasn't even looking at this comment beforehand, bro. I'm just literally talking in the dark right now. I did not see this comment before I actually said it. I just said this. The most interesting part about Ned Fulmer is Ariel. That was his ex-wife. You know, they're not together anymore. You know what I mean? But still, the most interesting part about him was her. Even then, people are not talking about Ned Fulmer just to talk about Ned Fulmer. They're not even talking about him just to talk about the person he cheated on his wife with. They're talking about him so that they could talk about his wife / ex-wife and stuff like that. Even now, I'm not talking about this just because of Ned Fulmer. I'm talking about this because of his wife. I mean, last time I was talking about this because of how it affected the other Try Guys, because it was literally fucking crazy. Like, dude, you literally derailed everybody's plans. Do you know how much merch they had to redo because it was part of his merch? You're splitting 4 guys' merch for this company. So we have to eliminate one. We also have to eliminate you from all these videos. We also have to release you from the contract we all set with each other. We also got to pay you in some fees as well too. It's just a whole legal system. And then they also have to fire the person he slept with too. Like, it's just so much shit. Him being a hoe basically set off so many fucking things off motion. It set everything into the fire. Bitch, the more I talk about it, the more it's like, damn, he's such a fuck up. Like, damn, he's such a screw up. ARIEL being the one to suggest she go on Ned Fulmer's podcast to talk about him cheating on her is honestly kind of iconic. No, literally. let me come up in your space and tell you how you ain't shit. I love it. Anyways, that Ned Fulmer podcast really irritated me. ARIEL, you're a much kinder person than I am. Yeah, it irritated me too. That's why I couldn't keep watching it. Like, literally, I just literally could not. Not me repeating myself. Okay, to go more in depth about it, ARIEL was the one that was wronged in this. It is the idea that what he did back then really was such a nothing action. It wasn't like he was in love with Alex Herring when he cheated on ARIEL with her. He did not do it because he genuinely was falling for somebody else. He did it just cause. That is why it's triggering to watch it. It's like watching somebody who's nearly soulless. I'm not gonna lie. We're watching somebody with a soul and somebody who don't have one. It's very off-putting. It's uncomfortable. Like, ugh. Oh my gosh. Do you breathe? Do you blink? Oh, okay, you blink. Reach inside his body. Do he got a heart or no? Like, ugh. Ned Fulmer is truly a unique specimen of his kind in the most insulting and derogatory way possible. Having used ARIEL as his brand and personality, using her now to clean up his image, and on top of that, coming off as an idiot at every step, even years later. Good thing ARIEL, he left it in the present. She has dragged it publicly for him, like a queen, looking him in the eyes in his own flop project. I think we all breathed with everything that the grand lady had to tell him. The conclusion is the same, again, for any case and couple, I suppose. Don't be crude and foolish people who deceive their loved one and destroy their own family. It costs you nothing to not to hurt, humiliate, although the mockery is on yourselves, and traumatize those who care about you. Oh, iconic. Iconic. Oh, I love when people can speak better than me. People who think like me. Oh my God. Me, on the other hand, is like, I gotta get better with speaking. I feel like I spoke better years ago than I do now. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't pronounce my words completely. I don't like it. I need to get better with that. And I'm gonna get better with that in this video. Don't we love it? Don't we love a long video? Don't we love a commentary? Iconic. Anyways, that person's comment was iconic. Watching Ned Fulmer's podcast with ARIEL and him asking her if him betraying his wife and kids, by the way, caused anything in her life to change, it's so fucking evil. Like, I would be throwing hands through the episode. Yes. I also gotta talk about this. I watched another person review the podcast, like give kind of an overview on it. The way she explained it was perfect. It was Kenny JD. I love her. Oh my gosh, I love her channel. Kenny JD described it as more so that he was the host talking to ARIEL, you know? And that's basically what he is, but it's as if he wasn't the one that cheated on her. It's as if some other YouTuber who had nothing to do with the drama is asking ARIEL how she feels about the drama, the one who was in it about the drama. He's not talking as if he was the one that caused the drama. You get what I mean? He's talking like a stranger. He's not talking like he was the ex-husband of this woman that he hurt. You know, it's kind of like robotic. Like, who are you? Who are you? like, no, for real. Like, Ned really, he talking like he don't have a soul. Like, what's wrong with you? You were the one that caused all this drama. What do you mean? How did it affect you in your life? Like, what? What do you mean how? What the fuck? We know how. We pretty much can figure out how. Like, you know, it's a good question for people who don't know either of these people. But for him to be the main one who caused all this drama, it's crazy to ask that. Like, what do you mean how? It destroyed her. Like, why ask how? Okay, the fact that Ned Fulmer specifically put a frame of ARIEL when she was teary-eyed in the thumbnail, the lack of remorse 3 years later, and the sick urge to turn this into something he can profit off of is truly so fucking disgusting. Yes, It is. Oh my God. Lord, please, someone get Ariel restraining order against Ned Fulmer. This man is such a fucking weasel, and she deserves to heal without him in a 10-mile radius. Yes. Why are we still talking about Ned Fulmer? Who give a fuck about him anymore? His ex-wife Ariel is really funny though, because she was on some hater shit. No, for real. Like I said, she was on some hater ass shit, bro. Talking about, are you interesting enough to pull that off? Like, girl. Asking the real questions, because that ass, bro. Ned over here think he got enough personality to reel in fans again. Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about you. All your fans are not your fans. They never were. They were always Ariel fans. Like, nobody cared about Ned Fulmer. Like, out of all the Try Guys, who's ever said, like, oh my gosh, I want to see Ned Fulmer's videos? No. He had to put his wife in his videos. Ned Fulmer had a lot of cooking videos as well, too. I don't think I ever even mentioned that. Ned Fulmer did a lot of family content, as in cooking videos with his wife and hanging out with his child and all that stuff like that. He had to include his family in there because nobody was going to watch it if it was just him. Nobody gives a fuck about him. Like, let's be clear. Ned Fulmer interviewing his ex-wife, Ariel Fulmer, is so Uno reverse. No, for real, it's crazy. The Ned Fulmer and Ariel podcast is so agonizing. It makes me so angry. I really want to pop off about it. No, for real, me too. Ariel really told Ned Fulmer to go to hell. I'm here for it. No, actually, I maintain that forgiveness is overrated and often used as a tool of subjugation. Tell that person to suck out today. Ariel knew Ned Fulmer was cheating. She just couldn't prove it. We're getting.
You looked over at me with this look on your face, and it was like the veil just fell. You know, like I knew in my brain that something was going on, and then when I saw that, like, wildly guilty look on your face, going completely dark was the only thing that I could think to do.
I love when y'all do that. They say, I can't believe Ned was the Bay Harbor cheater for the whole time. I cannot deal with his voice. Also, it shows how selfless she is. She doesn't want a public life, but goes on this podcast to help jumpstart his career. I can't believe he asked her to do this. I'm not saying he can't have a career or anything, but I hate it he put her on this. Do you know how crazy it is? I think Ned knew the whole time. You know what? Oh my gosh. Okay. Where are we at? We're at 26. We're going to wait until it gets to 27 because this part of the video is going to be me talking about the whole cheating discourse. I mean, that's basically all it is. Okay, let's start. Okay, so this whole thing about cheating is crazy when you think about how it's couples where one is obviously more popular or is doing more in the relationship than the other. And that can breed resentment and jealousy because we're human. We're going to have these negative emotions. We're going to, commit to sin sometimes. And even if we don't want to, we do. That's what it was like for Ned. I've been watching so many videos and have even seen it in my real life. When you're in a couple and one person is doing more, basically doing your position, is more popular, is actually being more of a provider and all that, a lot of the people who see this become jealous because that's what their role should be in their heads. You know what I mean? That's what they want to do. They don't feel like they're doing enough. And that insecurity comes out. Their jealousy comes out. Their resentment for that person comes out. Even if the person that they resent is someone they supposedly love, it's as if they cannot get over their jealousy of that person. They can't get over their what is it? It's another word for that I'm trying to find that I can't find right now. They just cannot get over how this person is basically doing what they should be doing in their life. They can't get that out of their head. So this causes them to act out, lash out. You hear some partners talk about how, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? They just became very mean out of nowhere. Like, every time I talked about my success, it's as if they have to downgrade me on it or they got to mention their success to counteract it. It's as if they're trying to one up me or something. Like, it's not a competition. I didn't succeed in this to compare myself to them. I just did it for the both of us. They're jealous of you. Their own insecurities are coming out. And instead of being mature in their own, with their emotions and how they're feeling about your success and all that, they are acting out. They're maybe even disrespecting you. That's how it is with Ned. I think Ned knew Ariel was popular. Ned knew, obviously he knew that Ariel was popular, but more popular than him. Ned knew that people mainly were interested in him because of his wife. He knew this. And because he knew this, that bred Jealousy. Now, he is the least popular Try Guy. Let's be clear. Nobody really cares about Ned Fulmer. He's not that interesting. Everybody else has more personality. He has to use his wife's name to have fans. He knows this. That's why he's jealous and insecure of her. He's not as jealous and insecure of the other Try Guys as much because, like, he, what's the word for it? He can't use them to get more popular, if you get my gist. He can't really use them as much, you know what I mean? Not as more so of an individual. Because like I said, these are 4 guys with their own personalities and their own segments in their thing. They're a group in general, but they will have their own segment of videos where it's focusing more so on them. He can't use them in those segments, basically, because there's already videos of all 4 of them together. Like, he can't use them in his individual segments. So who can he use? His wife and his children. But before his children were here, his wife was there. So he had to use his wife most of the time. And even then, did he have to? No. He could have just showed us his own personality. But a lot of people have theorized and even said multiple times, Ned has no personality. What the hell is he supposed to use? He's stuck. So it's kind of like, bro, he's jealous of his ex-wife. He doesn't like the fact that everybody likes her more than him. He doesn't like the fact that he has to basically use her just to be, noticed. Basically, he don't like that. He don't like how his success hinges on whether or not he shows his wife. Basically, who's on what? This podcast, he had to jumpstart this podcast using her name. Think about it. If nobody saw that Ariel was in the damn video in the thumbnail, or if Ariel's name was attached to the video, nobody would have watched that. Because nobody cares. Or the ones who would have watched it are actual fans of him. And it's not going to be that many. Sorry. It's not to be shitty towards him. It's just to say, it is to be shitty towards him, actually. It's not to be as shitty. That's not the main point here. The main point is to say that is most likely why he cheated on her. Jealousy, resentment, greed, envy. Envy is the word. He's more so envious than jealous. Envy is like a whole more in-depth type of jealousy. It's genuinely let me look up the definition. Actually, no, let me say it in my own words. I was about to be like, let me look up the definition because I feel like I don't want to butcher this. I've always viewed envy as something much deeper than jealousy, something that has many complex emotions attached to it. You know what I mean? Because he loves Ariel, or hopefully he loved her. I don't know. He married her. I mean, some people marry people they don't love. But I'm like, he had a life with Ariel. He loved Ariel. He got to know Ariel and all this. And yet he still managed to become jealous and resentful of how popular and how lovable Ariel was. So he's over here sleeping with her every night, being in the same vicinity as her while disrespecting her out in open. There's some complexity to this entire situation in that people wouldn't normally understand why he's doing all this. And that's the problem. He's envious of her. I'm just yapping. Now I'm just yapping. But you get my gist? It's more than just jealousy. I kept saying jealousy because I could not remember the word envy. You know what I mean? It's been a while since I've had to encounter, friends or other people that are envious of others. You know what I mean? It's been a while since I had to see that. But it's very ugly to witness. This is worse than a hater. They genuinely hate themselves while hating you. Normally haters, they do hate themselves or they don't like themselves, but it's not this deep. This is a different type of hater. They're not just hating on you just because they think they're better than you or they think that you are less than, all that. They hate on you and they hate themselves at the same time. And they think they're better than you while also feeling inferior to you. It's a bunch of shit. Just a bunch of fucking shit. It's a lot of emotional shit. I can't even, I don't know. I don't know what else to say besides that. But you get my gist. Anyways, back to the comments. Legit crying, laughing so hard this entire segment. Bro thought he was cooking with this podcast. Instead, he getting felted. Based in the Doix spilled. Imagine not only did your dad cheat on your mom, he did a play-by-play of it, and your mom emasculates him live on the internet. This is the equivalent of finding out your parents make porn on the internet. No, actually. This edit is fucking diabolical, man. This edit is diabolical. Yes. Surprise, Mother Hubbard. From what I gather, this guy cheated on his wife with both his sister and his male assistant and thought he was just one podcast away from getting back together. No. Ooh. What kind of Tubi movie plot? No. If you don't know, Tubi Tubi. If you don't know what Tubi is, bro, it did not used to be the way it is now. Tubi used to be a streaming service with free, not well-known movies, basically free movies and free TV shows that were not that popular, or that were popular but only during the times they were out, if you get what I mean. Like, like let's say this came out 2014 through 2017. It was extremely popular. Everybody knew about it. And now nobody knows about it anymore. That's what Tubi would have, those movies and TV shows, right? That's what I used to know it for. Now we got these crazy ass, ghetto ass, awful ass plot lines on Tubi, okay? This is what the whole premise feels like. It feels like a damn Tubi movie. I can't. Sorry, I'm stuttering so much. Clearly, this is not scripted. I'm just stuttering up a storm. The Ned Fulmer podcast. If I was Ariel, we would have never finished filming that shit. No, for real. I really do like to think people can grow and change, but when you do a podcast and show that little remorse and accountability, there's a special place in hell for you, Ned Fulmer. Oh my God. Dead ass. Dead ass. Watch the ARIEL Fulmer letting Ned sit in his humiliation podcast. God, she's so ethereal. Men will cheat on the most beautiful women in the world because they're pigs. I hope ARIEL's ceramics business takes off. Now, the only thing I gotta say about this, I agree with you and everything like that. Of course, some people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're saying men will cheat on the most beautiful women and they're pigs and all that stuff like that. Yeah, some dudes will. It's crazy, bro. Like, people cheating is just break up. I will never understand that. Just break up with a person. What are you doing? You're gonna cheat on this person just because you can't, like, bro, just break up with their ass. Like, gosh. My goodness, bro. Why would ARIEL Fulmer does not forgive Ned Fulmer? Oh, you mean why ARIEL Fulmer doesn't? Okay. Yeah.
If Ned for what he did. And I mean, the answer is no.
Why would you? Why should you have to forgive him? That's something that I'd never understood. Why should you forgive anybody who's wronged you? Why should you? Oh, you'll carry it with you till the day you die. No. You know who says that? Somebody that did wrong and wants you to forgive them.
Yes.
That's who says that.
Yes, this person, I hope this is the person that was talking in this one. If not, I gotta find this person's ads. Hopefully I can find it. If not, that person speaking nothing but facts. Literally, why should you have to? Like, let's be clear here. Forgiveness is something powerful. It's a powerful concept that people do misuse, basically. It's a powerful concept that's not used correctly. If we really think about the whole term of forgive and forget, I do not think in the same way of let's forget what happened and forget how it came to be. I think like forgive it, but never forget. Like forgive it. And I would say the only forgetting part that I would want to do is forget the anger. You know what I mean? And I don't mean forget the anger as in, oh, forget why it made you angry. Not forget why it made you angry. Let me start over. Forget what happened. Forget the anger. Because anger and stress can kill you. Forget the anger. Forget just how mad, just how red your eyes got. Never forget why you were mad, but forget how mad you were. Because if you go back to having memories like that, it'll get you started. You know what I mean? It'll get you really angry. Now, I probably sound fucking crazy right now. I'm sorry if I don't sound coherent. It is nighttime. But no, for real, like, forget that anger, forget that stress. There's times where I dwell on just how mad I was in a situation to where I was seeing red. Like, not even just seeing red. Let's be clear. I would literally get blacked out mad. You know what I mean? To where certain events I just don't remember. Like, we're in a situation, let me just say, like, kind of a situation like this, not the full thing, with a friend. I got so mad at them because they were just being blatantly disrespectful. I did not remember a portion of what I said to them. I just couldn't remember it. And they recited back to me what I had said. And I'm like, I didn't say that. What the fuck do you mean? I did not say that. Like, I have no recollection of me ever saying that. And it was, I'm not even gonna recite what I said basically, because that person, they they were so disrespectful. They probably, I don't want to say that they deserve worse, because that's gonna sound immature as hell, but low key, if they got worse, it would make sense, you know. But you shouldn't remember how angry you were like that, because every time I try to remember how angry I was, I would forget what I said, or in the moment of me trying to remember, I would feel my heart rate speeding up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my cheeks were like becoming warm. Everything just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like, I think that part of the whole forgive and forget thing should be there. You know, forget the most intense of the emotion, because even though that could be a motivation to never go back to that person, it's just that reminder of how stress and anger really could have taken you to another level. It's just, so I can understand if that is what they mean by forgive and forget. But if that's not what they mean, then yeah, y'all not using forgiveness correctly. Forgive but never forget. That's how I believe it. I can understand if you think in the way that I just mentioned, but no, forgive and never forget. Never forget how the hell it happened. Always remember from your mistakes. History can repeat. Also, don't let fear control you, basically, because like, you are so afraid of a situation, you try everything to avoid that situation happening, only for it to happen regardless. It's because you are actively trying to avoid it. Life does not work in that much of a linear fashion. You know, life will teach you a lesson. You are trying your very best to avoid this situation when you should be focusing on something else. Life is telling you that your priorities are not straight. You're so afraid, and you're focused on, you know, working life, bending life to your whim so that your fear doesn't come true, only for it to come true. It's like, bro, my bad. I should have remembered that my family member was texting me and all that. My mama. But yeah, I should have remembered. My bad. That's what you heard, that buzzing sound. But anyways, yeah, you know, letting fear control you, all that. Life don't work like clear and cut way. Like, life will basically come back and say, you're not having your priorities straight. You only doing this so that your fear doesn't come to fruition. We are shutting that shit down, basically. So yeah. Okay, so let's continue on. I'm gonna end the video soon though, because yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm low key getting tired. Not for real, but I'm low key getting tired. Okay. The loss of the dream we both had. You tossed that dream aside the moment you decided to fuck your employee, and you ripped that dream from ARIEL in that same moment. Stop trying to garner sympathy for yourself, Ned Fulmer, because nobody gives a fuck about you. Yes. Say it louder. And then say, oh God, I hate men so much. They said, spill it. Say it louder for the people in the back. I'm probably gonna end the video off with that. Sorry, that's my family member. They're playing their game. They said, the loss of the dream you had. Yes, I this person spoke so much facts. That was the quote from the video, by the way. And it's just like, yeah, you screwed your coworker. You screwed up your marriage and your livelihood. It's your fault. It's literally your fault. Take accountability, Ned Fulmer. I don't think he take accountability because it's like life isn't real to him. Is he in a simulation? Are we all? No, just kidding. Like, are we all like bitches? Like, hey, let's not ask that question. I know it's nighttime. We're gonna be overthinking and stuff, but like, yeah, like, let's not think like that. But low key, he be acting like life is a simulation. It's crazy. But anyways, that's the end for the video. I'm gonna make another one, probably a shorter version of this, so that I can get straight to the point. Because with this one, I rambled on and on and on, and I'm sorry. I am actually sorry for that. Like, my bad. Like, legit. I'm sorry, not because it's not a commentary video, but more so that a lot of people just wanted to know their information, and I probably didn't give as much information. So I'm sorry about that, but otherwise, I don't give a fuck. Actually, sorry, not sorry. We're quoting Demi Lovato. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But no, literally not sorry. Y'all be fine. It's whatever. You dig? It's whatever. But anyways, that's the end of the video. All right. Thank y'all for watching, and may peace be with you for an eternity.